Alright, guys, this is part two. I might not be able to make a second video today, guys. It just depends. No. I'll be able to make a second video, but it'll probably be like a 30-minute video again. Because I woke up late today again. Sorry, guys. I know you guys love my listening series, but you gotta bear with me here. I can only do one video today, guys. Yeah. Obviously. Yes, I am not a fan of full-on CGI. Hence why I'm not going to give Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson full power for the concept arts. I am not going to give them full power for the concept arts because I'm scared if I give Peter Jackson full power for the concept arts, he's going to have Eratat be a full-on CG wolf. You see what I'm saying? If Eratat were a full-on CG wolf, he would still be horrific and frightening, obviously, but he'll look a little cheesy. Because even though CGI technology is good, guys, it is a computer software technology. Hence, if you use too much of it, your world will look amazing, your characters will look amazing, but they'll look very computery. Hence why you need to mix it with your physical effects. I know what I'm doing, trust me. Stay away from full CGI. Full CGI is only good for movies like if you're doing a space movie like Star Wars, Star Trek, it's good for those kind of movies. But if you want to do a movie like Lord of the Rings, some of that, stay away from full CGI. If you don't want something messy happening like The Hobbit, remember how you saw The Hobbit, how it looked way too computery? It looked way too computery. And the Dwarf King and the elves, it looked a little fake. The world looked amazing, but it was very, very computery, man. Smaug the dragon looked amazing in the movie, obviously, but they used full. Well, for animals like dragons and like crows and birds, you have to use full CGI for that. So for the Eratat's crows and the eagles, the jaguars and mosquitoes and the snakes, those are all going to be full on CGI animals, as well as the stags, the wild stags. I'll have them be full of CGI stags. Obviously, the wild crows and ravens and all that stuff, they're all going to be CGI, obviously. Whereas the Eratat and all of them, I don't want them to be full on CGI. I want them to wear a costume. Remember the animal picture I showed you? I want them to wear something like that. And you apply the CGI towards the orcs. They look very horrific, but they look more natural, like the orcs in Lord of the Rings. It's a picture 3 times scarier than the orcs in Lord of the Rings. You see what I'm saying? If you thought the ring race in Lord of the Rings were freaky, remember that scene? Remember that? In Fellowship of the Ring, when Frodo and them were in the tower, he's like, "Put it out, you fools!" You know what I'm saying? And you got this music, and Frodo's like, "Go!" And they draw their swords. You get that horrific song. I'm butchering the beat, right? Remember that? Yeah, and you remember that scene when the ring race draw their swords and they're approaching the hobbits? That was freaky. Yeah, well, think of being 3 times scarier than that for Zanus. You're looking at little demons. But I guarantee Peter Jackson will tell me, Ivan. Peter Jackson will tell me, Ivan. If you have the wolves and bats beat demons, you'll create a more powerful story. Yes, if you want to create a powerful story in the book, I make it very clear that Eratat's the Devil Wolf King himself. I think the Southerners call him the Devil Wolf King in the South. You see what I'm saying? And when Eratat approaches the wall, Takis is in deep agony. Obviously, like why would Takis be in deep agony for a PG wolf? I don't want Eratat being a PG wolf. I don't want him being a 14 plus wolf. I want him being a rated R horrific devil. The walking devil himself incarnate. As well as Ephesus and his son Faful. You know what I'm saying? His son Faful. You know what I'm saying? Morale's a devil too. Mass and Bass, the demon twin servants, are devils. Imagine applying it on the screen. You have Eratat, he has his servants. Mass and Bass are the demon twin servants. You know what I'm saying? They're his servants, obviously. And you have Darius the blacksmith. And you have Bull the pit watcher. And those are all the main wolf characters in the story. And then you have the wolf army, obviously, who are pretty much extras. But some people in the wolf army, they speak a little bit, but they're extras. So the extras who are going to be the wolves in the movie, who have a few speaking lines, you pay those guys like $2,500 for $2,500, the ones who have speaking roles. And all the other extras, you just pay them their nice $180, which is a nice paycheck. For an extra, it's a nice paycheck, obviously. Yeah. So whenever you have an extra who has a few lines, obviously, you can pay that person like $2,500 to speak. Depends how much lines he has. If he has quite a bit of lines, you can pay him even $8,000 to speak for a couple lines. Okay, if you have a couple more lines, the people, the extras are going to have to oversee it. Okay, the people who have, I'm going to tell the people who see the extras, look, man, the people who have quite a few speaking lines. Pay them like $2,500, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 around there for what? Around there for speaking. Obviously, for if they have a speaking line, obviously, and all the other extras you pay them the $180 for that day. But most of the extras are going to be working for at least a couple days, 2, 3, 4 days, and you pay them a nice $180, which is nice. It's a nice like $600, $800 paycheck for an extra. It's a nice paycheck for the extras. But I told you I'm not feeding the extras. They have to bring their own lunch. I'm not feeding them. The extras have to bring their own lunch. I'm not feeding the extras, as they're not getting a piece of the menu. I'm gonna keep saying that. As I can't afford to feed 30,000, 5,000, 2,000 extras when I'm filming. No, man. I'll pay them a lot of money, but I can't feed them. They have to bring their own lunch. If a feeding system won't work with 30,000 people, it's gonna stall production. As I told you, me and VJ and all of them, we all signed our contracts. Peter Jackson signed his contract. Mel Gibson signed his contract. The actors signed their contracts. The crewmen signed their contracts. Guillermo del Toro signed his contract. Me and VJ signed our contract with Amazon. And we're all entitled to work. We have to work. We sign a contract. We all have to work. Obviously, I told you, me and VJ and the actors and all them are going to have a blast filming during the 9 months. As you're looking at it, filming an iMovie is fucking fun. And that's why once filming is over, they're all like, Ivan, it's done, man. I'm like, yeah, guys, it's done. I'm saying. And yeah. I can even have Peter Jackson's co-writer. What's her name again? Her name is Philippi or something like that. Phil something. You can have her co-write the script with you if you want. No, I don't need her. I don't need her. No, Peter Jackson's enough. I have more than enough co-writers. So I'll have Peter Jackson and Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. They're going to be my co-writers. They're going to help me write that script, obviously. Peter Jackson is a very, very gifted screenwriter. He wrote a fucking masterpiece of a Lord of the Rings script. That's why, okay, Peter, Ivan, you don't need my help. No, Peter, I need your help. I read your script. Lord of the Rings was a fucking master. I need you to help me, man. Help me out, man. I need your help. Yeah, I'm creative, but I'm a little raw. I need your help. I need Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni's help, too. Guys, I need you sincerely help me out with every scene, man. With the dialogue, with the details, help me out, man. You guys wrote scripts. Help me out. You see what I'm saying? I told you, because we have a foundation, all we have to do is just follow the book, and you'll get an amazing movie. But I told you, we're gonna make some changes to the Zanus story. Obviously, we're gonna change a few things, obviously, in the story. I'm gonna tell Peter, I don't want you doing what you did for Lord of the Rings, whereby you only followed 20% of the book and you change a lot of things. No, we need to follow the story. Obviously, yeah, don't worry, we'll follow. Yeah, if you follow the story, you'll get an amazing story. Don't tamper with the Zanus story too much, otherwise the story could be a mess. You see what I'm saying? Follow the book. But we can add details and dialogue to make the story more interesting. With Eretad and Takis and all of them, we can change a few things, obviously. I'm saying, Ivan, how much change will we make? I don't know, maybe 20%. Make a good 20% of different changes. Takis, and I might throw in an Easter egg. Takis has a gold sword, and he has inscriptions on his sword. His sword glows red, like the ring. You could do some of that. Peter Jackson's hired. You can do some of that. You can have him throw in a Lord of the Rings Easter egg. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Peter Jackson directed this movie. He threw in a Lord of the Rings Easter egg. So yeah, I'm thinking Taki's sword's gold, and he has the inscriptions and it glows red like the ring. I mean, that's pretty cool. You can throw in a Lord of the Rings Easter egg. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Obviously. You see what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's why I bought that screenwriting book. It'll come in a good week. And I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna study. Obviously, okay, how? Ivan, you don't need to study screenwriting. You wrote your own book, yeah, but screenwriting is not the same thing as writing a novel. It doesn't hurt to study, man. Study the Fellowship of the Ring script and read books. Read books, screenwriting books that give you tips on how to write a good story. And that's why I bought that screenwriting book. It was cheap. I bought the used one for like $15, $21 after taxes. It was cheap, and so I bought it on Amazon. Early this morning, around 3 a.m. I bought it. Because the Staff Islands did not take away the cord yet today, which I was happy, obviously. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're saying yes, man. So Peter Jackson want to pay him $83 million, which is a $103 million in New Zealand money. That's a good paycheck for him. And Mel Gibson, I'll pay him $54 million. So two guys will be competing for the job. And for the executive producing job, the executive producing job, the co-writing job, and the directing job. And they're going to be the boss of my movie. So I'll make Peter Jackson the boss of my Zayn's movie. Mel Gibson, I'll make him the boss of my Zayn's movie. Give them full power. Peter Jackson will not direct my movie if I don't give him full power. Ivan, if you want me to direct my movie, you have to give me full power. Okay, fine. I trust you. I'll give you full power. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you did, the magic you did for Lord of the Rings, Peter, you know what I'm saying? I want you doing that magic for Zanus. I want you to be prepped like you were for Lord of the Rings. I don't want you winging like you did for The Hobbit. Hence why The Hobbit was a mess. Even though The Hobbit was okay, it was okay. It wasn't terrible. The first two movies were okay. The third movie was bad. I don't want you winging it for The Hobbit, man, Peter. Or Mel Gibson. You know what I'm saying? Mel Gibson, you were prepped for Passion of Christ. I want you doing the magic you did for Passion of Christ for my Zayn's movie. And if you pay them a lot of money, they'll work hard for you, man. They're not going to slack off. Peter Jackson only made like $10 million in salary for Lord of the Rings, and I saw the behind the scenes. He was working really hard with his Philip partner, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That woman, that the big woman, the big woman, whatever her name is, Philippi, whatever her name is. She co-wrote it with Peter. Yeah. I saw the behind the scenes. You can tell Peter worked really hard, man. He only made $10 million for his salary. He made a lot of money off the profits, but Peter Jackson didn't know Lord of the Rings would be that successful, you see what I'm saying? So when he signed that contract, he got a piece of the profits. He didn't know Lord of the Rings would be that successful. You see what I'm saying? And he only made $10 million for what? For the movie, man. He worked his ass off. And me, I'm paying him a $10 million bonus for just pre-production. He doesn't get $10 million for the whole movie. No, he gets $10 million for pre-production. And Peter Jackson got $10 million for the whole movie. For the 5 years of Lord of the Rings, he only made $10 million, Peter Jackson. And he worked his ass off. I saw him behind the scenes. Yeah, you can tell Peter Jackson worked his ass off. If you want him, what? If you want him to work hard for you, you have to pay him a lot of money. Pay him his nice $103 million salary, which is a lot of money. That's like almost $60 million after taxes. When it's after the agent, his agent obviously, he will work hard for you. If he's getting a nice $60 million check after taxes in his bank, Peter Jackson will work hard for you because that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money in the bank. You see what I'm saying? He'll work hard. He won't slack off. You see what I'm saying? He'll work really, really hard. Peter Jackson. You pay Mel Gibson $54 million. He'll work hard. And you give Peter Jackson a nice $2 million for the re-releases, which is nice. And you give Mel Gibson his nice $2 million for the re-releases. So every time I release movies, they get their $2 million check in their bank, which is nice. It's a nice paycheck for Peter Jackson. It's a good deal. Peter, that's my final offer. Mel Gibson, that's my final offer. If you don't like it, you're more than welcome to work in Hollywood and make your $20 million for your movie if you want. No, I mean, it's a deal. You're paying your money what Hollywood pays on average. Yes, I'm paying you $103 million and $54 million. A lot of money for Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson. And they're going to be the boss of my company. And they're going to help me. Okay, Peter, I'm going to pay your $10 million bonus, which is like 13 million New Zealand money. And Peter Jackson's making like, I don't know, 7 million, 6.8 million after taxes and his agent. 6.5 to $7 million in his bank. That's a fat check in the bank. And all he has to do is help me co-write the script. Obviously, do the concept arts with me. Take his directing notes with Guillermo del Toro, if Peter Jackson's chosen, right? And what? Help me with the main, like, 6-7 calls. Help me sign some of the contracts, obviously, and consult with the 7 teams sometimes. And that's it. And you get $10 million for that. That's a nice paycheck, man. And because I paid him a $10 million bonus, he'll work hard for me. As work, we're only going to be working on the script for 2.5 hours a day. It's slack work, man. And you get your $10 million check for that, yeah. And you do the concept arts every afternoon. Obviously, you take your notes every time when you go to your hotel room. We go to Guillermo del Toro. I'll have him help him, obviously. And what? And you what? You consult with the 7 teams sometimes. Sometimes consult with them, and you help me with the main 7 things. The main 7 business calls. So, okay, Peter, help me with the hotel party. Okay, Ivan, what hotel are you thinking of? Okay, Peter. My company's not like Hollywood. I want to host my red carpet event at the hotel. Oh yeah, Ivan, what hotel are you thinking of? I'm thinking the Bergenzark Resort in Switzerland. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's this hotel? Okay, I'll show Peter Jackson the pictures. Yeah, this is a hotel I'm thinking of renting. Peter Jackson's like, holy shit, Ivan, this is a nice hotel. You know what I'm saying? This is a nice luxury hotel. Yeah, the Bergenzark Resort's like one of the best hotels in Switzerland. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, this is a fucking luxury hotel. You have the pool outside, you know what I'm saying? You have the what? Yeah, it's a fucking luxury hotel. Ivan, this is a nice hotel, man. You want to rent this for the crew and the actors? Yeah. I want to do host a 3-hour red carpet event there. A 3.5 hour red carpet event there. And I want to do a 2-day luxury hotel party there to end it off. all you can drink alcohol, buffet, DJs. Like, holy shit, you're looking at an amazing party. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And okay, I mean, I'll help you. Okay, we're gonna call Bridge Dock Resort. We're gonna talk to the managers. Talk to the manager. Okay, I want to talk to your managers. We call the hotel. Okay, yeah. This has never been done before. This is Ivan O'Mara and Peter Jackson. You know what I'm saying? We work for Sky Source, obviously. We want what? I am filming my last Resilience movie in Switzerland, and I want to do a what? A 3.5 hour event, luxury hotel party event there. I want to do a 2-day luxury hotel party event there, and a 3 hour red carpet event there, with billboards, posters, all that stuff. Okay, we can do that for you. Yeah, I want. You know what I'm saying? And we fly in the owners, and we negotiate the deal. And my deal is $10.1 million. I'll give you $100,000 in damage fees. I want an inside and out party. All you can drink alcohol for the 2 days. When you want your party? I want my party to start at 7 and end at like 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, 1:30, the party ends. 1 o'clock's good. That's 6 hours of partying it up. The party starts at 7, ends at 1, and everyone goes to bed at 1. Yeah, we do that for you. Yes, okay. You fly in the owners and we negotiate the deal. Okay, my deal is $10 million for the deal. I want to do a 3 hour luxury. I want to do a 3 hour red carpet event there. 3 hours is more than long enough for red carpet. You know what I'm saying? I want a 2-day luxury hotel party event there. The party starts at 7, ends at 1. What time do you want the event to take place? I don't know. The red carpet event can take place at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, and it ends at 6. And then after the red carpet ends at 6, everyone settles in the hotel for a good hour, and then the DJs come in and all the bartenders are all. And you need to hire bartenders. You need to hire DJs. How much DJs? I'm gonna hire a good 2 DJs. That's enough. 2 DJs. Hire bartenders, obviously, to work at the hotel. You can hire servers, waitresses, butlers. Hire butlers. We don't need butlers and servers. Just have bartenders. Have bartenders working at the bar, and I want all you can drink alcohol. Okay, Ivan, how much crewmen do you have? I have 1,500 crewmen, 1,500 people. So you need to what? Buy enough alcohol for 1,500 people. All you can drink alcohol for the whole crew. For a good 50 grand, you guys can get all the alcohol you need for 1,500 people for all you can drink alcohol. I'm saying, I need you guys hiring 10 photographers to take pictures with my 3. Make sure you rent top quality $2,000-$3,000 cameras for the red carpet event pictures. Tell them that way they know. You're responsible for buying the red carpet. Obviously, you have to what? You have to buy the billboards too. My photographers and all of them will take pictures for the billboards, but you have to buy all the billboards and posters that are going to be featured at the red carpet. You're responsible for buying the what? The background for the red carpet to this. You know what I'm saying, and me, SkySource will hire a company to design our background, our SkySource background on Amazon background for the red carpet. But you guys have to buy all the billboards. I gave you $10 million. You can easily afford it. As you guys are going to be pocketing millions for yourself, the red carpet will only cost you a couple $100,000. It won't cost you much. Maybe 400 grand in cost. You have to hire security guards for the hotel party and red carpet. You need to buy barricades. You need to buy all that for the red carpet. Yes. You see what I'm saying? When all the crewmen arrive to Switzerland, I want limo services taking us to the Virgin Dock Resort in Switzerland. You can easily afford it, guys. It will only cost you a couple $100 grand. You guys are gonna pocket. Yeah, we can do that for you. Yeah, and I want a buffet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For the crewmen, obviously. So every morning they wake up, they can eat when they ride to the hotel, everyone settles in, they eat their breakfast at the hotel, obviously buffet, and they eat their lunch. The day the red carpet event happens, while the red carpet takes place, the crewmen and all of them can eat their lunch, their lunch in the hotel while the red carpet event takes place. The ones who are not featured. And after the red carpet event, the actors and all of us can eat our lunch. We have an hour off. We have an hour till the party. We can eat our lunch before the party starts. We can do something like that. So they eat 3 times a day. I want a buffet. And my deal is $10.1 million. I'm not going any harder than that. They want $20, $50 million to rip me off, guys. I'm not fucking stupid. Realistically speaking, I should be paying you like $5 million, $4 million. But I'm nice enough to give you 10.1 because I'm generous. This is my final offer. If you don't like my offer, I'll find another hotel in Switzerland, and you're missing out on the millions. So it's a deal. Yes, I'll also give you guys credit. You guys will be featured on the credits. Whenever the movie plays, I like to thank Virgin Dark Resort for hosting us for the red carpet event and party. Yes, which is advertisement for your hotel. Obviously, right? I'm giving you a good deal. If you hear the noise, there's someone renovating the house. I told you. If you hear the noise, you're gonna have to excuse the noise, guys. There's someone renovating in the house, drilling the. That is my deal. No, you have Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson help you with that. Help you with that deal, obviously. We signed the owner signed the deal, and we shake hands. It's nice, honor doing business with you, Ivan. Yes, obviously. So Peter Jackson will help me out with that, or Mel Gibson. I want him help me out with the IMAX cameras. Okay, Ivan, how much cameras do you want to rent? I don't know. I want to rent 10 cameras. That's enough. I'm not going to wait. Peter, I don't want to waste money and rent like 20 cameras. You're wasting money. It's just going to cost you money. No, 10, yeah, Ivan, 10 cameras is more than enough. You only need a good like four cameras for the main scenes. And all the other ones are like for high shots and like gliding scenes, all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? Have 3 cameras for the high shots. I'll rent a good 3 drones. That's enough for the movie. And you have 3 cameras for the high shots. And I'll have like 4 main cameras for the main scenes. So I'll hire 4 main cinematographers for Zanus. That's enough. The more camera angles you have, the better movie you'll get. 4 camera shots for all the main scenes is more than enough for the movie. As in Hollywood on average, they have a good like 3 cameras. 2 to 3 cameras for the main scene. So 4 cameras for the main scenes is enough. Obviously, I'll hire 4 main cinematographers, pay those guys $2 million, and the assistants, you pay them like $70,000. The assistants who are going to fly the drones and the other cameras, side cameras, pay those guys $7,000, which is nice. The people who hold the speakers, pay them like a nice $7,000, or they work hard for you. Because your cinematographers are important. They're the people who are responsible for your cinematography, man. Your shot, your night. You want to get nice shots, pay your main guys a nice $2 million. You pay them $2 million, they're going to work hard for you, and you're going to get nice camera angle shots for your movie. Beautiful cinematography. And I'm going to upgrade all my IMAX cameras. Yeah, okay, Peter, what's the best camera in Hollywood? Now, the best camera in Hollywood is like the IMAX camera, Ivan. You're right. Yeah, the IMAX camera is pretty much the best camera in Hollywood. Okay, Peter, I want to rent the IMAX camera for Zanus. Remember that beautiful cinematography you had for Dunkirk? Dunkirk was filmed in IMAX. You want to get nice camera angles like that, you rent the IMAX cameras. That way you get nice camera angles for you, camera shots for your movie. And you rent top high-end equipment for your cameras. The best equipment. Yeah, hey, Peter, what are the best equipment for the cameras? Yeah, I know all the companies are the best equipment for the cameras. We make the call, we rent all the best equipment for the cameras. The camera stands, the gliders, the drones. We rent all the nice stuff for the cameras. Peter Johnson, like, holy shit, even your company's better than Hollywood. You're renting all the best stuff. Yeah, man. You know, so as most Hollywood movies are not filmed on IMAX, a lot of Hollywood companies can't afford IMAX. Because IMAX is very expensive. If you want to rent like 10 cameras, IMAX will cost you like $5, $6 million, $7 million to rent it, man. It's expensive, IMAX. They're $500,000 plus a pop, man. Whereas the equipment for the cameras are cheaper. The equipment for the cameras will only cost me a couple $100,000 to rent. Like the stands and the drones and all that stuff are expensive, obviously, but they're not expensive as the cameras. I'm going to update on my cameras with the speakers and the focus, the lenses for the cameras and the speakers. That way you get better sound quality and better vision. Better quality, and that's why I look at something on here. You also have the 4K Blu-ray effect with that. I'm saying Peter Jackson will help me with the CGI computer software technology. Okay, Peter, what's the best company? Yeah, Ivan, this is the best company for renting CGI, for the CGI technology. Because Peter Jackson produced movies in Hollywood, so he knows all the best companies in Hollywood. Yeah, Ivan, I know all the best companies in Hollywood, and all the companies are in the system, obviously. Yeah, call this company. Let's call this company, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? We rent the CGI. They're going to ask, okay, how much money do you want to put towards your CGI technology? I don't know, $410 million. Like, what? Say that again. Yeah, we want to put $410 million towards CGI technology. Guys, you're looking at a revolutionization of technology for that kind of money. Yeah, something even better than Avatar. Yes, something even better than Pandora's Avatar. Except the world looks natural. You see what I'm saying? You look at something top notch. Yeah, Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson, they helped me out with those calls. And the doctor's filming us, hence we're having a blast, man. Yeah, and making calls for the 7 stuff is slack work, man. Even Peter Jackson, like, I mean, like, Peter Jackson will tell you, yeah, man, like, man, even though, like, I was executive producer of Ivan's movie, I barely did any work, man. I was chilling, man. Me and Ivan and Vijay were chilling, man. We were chilling. Yeah, all I had to do was make the calls for the main, like, 7 things, help Ivan sign some of the contracts, You know what I'm saying? Consult with the 17th sometimes, take my direction notes, do the concept arts, and do work on a script for 2.5 hours a day, and that's it. Slack work, and I got $10 million for that for pre-production. Yeah, it's a nice deal for Peter Jackson. Nice deal. Hence, will work hard because he got a nice like 6.57 check in the bank. Hence why for Peter Jackson, I'm not sponsoring him with his clothes for the ad shoots. Look, Peter, I paid you your fucking what? Because you're a billionaire, you're a fellow billionaire like me, you're rich like me. You know what I'm saying? You're much richer than the actors, obviously, and I paid you your nice 10 million bonus. I am not sponsoring you for your clothes, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm not sponsoring you for your clothes. For the ad shoots the first year with the 17, you have to go, if you want to get nice clothes for yourself, either bring your nice suits and nice casual clothes from your house, or you can go to a nice Vancouver store. You know what I'm saying? I can go shop. I don't know, during the weekend, hey, Peter, you want to go shopping with me and VJ? We can get some nice clothes for the ad. Yeah, sure, I'll go shopping with you. I pay you your nice 10 million bonus. You can easily go to a nice store in Vancouver and get a nice $2,000 suit for yourself. Nice shoes, nice casual clothes for yourself for the shoots. Guillermo del Toro, I'm not sponsoring him with his clothes either. I paid him his $400,000 bonus. He can easily get a nice $2,000 suit for himself. You see what I'm saying here? Hey, Guillermo del Toro, I paid you your $400K bonus, which is more than enough. You know what I'm saying? A $400,000 bonus, you can easily get a nice pair of suit for yourself. You can get a nice $2,000 suit, $1,500 suit for yourself in Vancouver. Or if you don't want to buy your clothes, bring your nice clothes. Those guys are all rich. They all have nice clothes. Bring your nice clothes from your house. If you don't want, and your nice shoes from your house. That way you don't, for the shoots. You see what I'm saying here? Yeah. So Peter will help me with a hotel party, obviously. Sign that contract with the organizers, obviously, and the red carpet event. He'll help me with the IMS cameras, the core for the cameras, obviously. The CGI computer software technology. The machining for the mask. Hey Peter, I want to create the best 3D print mask for Aerotat, the Wolves, and all the Basking Feast and all them. You know what I'm saying? And me and Peter Jackson, we call the best companies in America. Peter Jackson, Ivan, I recommend you call the companies in America. That's where all the best companies. That's where all the best Hollywood stuff are. All the best Hollywood. All the best Hollywood stores for renting cameras and all that stuff is all in America. Hence why I'm gonna rent all that stuff from America. Obviously. We call the company, we rent the best machinery for creating 3D print masks for Aerotat, the Wolves. Remember that masks I showed you for the Annabelle picture, that demon in Annabelle? Think of masks like that for Aerotat. Call the best company to create those costumes and masks. I'll rent a good like 5 of them. Five. If you want, hey Peter, if you want to print thousands of masks, we need to rent a bunch of machineries. Rent a good 4 to 5 printing machines. Machine for printing the masks, and we rent it out. Now it costs a good couple $100,000. We can easily afford it. Me and Peter Jackson, obviously, and we also have to make the calls for the best sewing equipment for the costumes, as I want all the actors' costumes custom made. All the major characters in my movie and the minor characters, I want all their costumes custom made. Whereas the extras, you just buy it or rent it. I'll have Jon Favreau and Nick Filoni on the 17 make the calls for the costumes for the weapons the second year. You need to do the science first before you make those calls, obviously. And I'll have Jon Favreau and Nick Filoni make the calls for the sets. Okay, guys, you guys are responsible for making the calls for all the sets. Everything to do with the sets. The tools, the machining tool equipment for building the sets, the hammers, the paper mache, everything, the wood, everything. You have to make the calls. The fake trees, the fake dirt, the fake mud. You have to make the calls for what? The equipment for building the mountains, the city, the wall of Zanes, the castle. You're responsible for making all those calls for the sets. Have Jon Favreau handle all that. You know what I'm saying? And you call the best companies in America, and you make the calls for the best set building equipment for the movie. Obviously. All right, so Peter Jackson will help me with the hotel party, the red carpet event, the IMAX cameras, and the equipment for the cameras. Obviously. The equipment for the cameras. You can even have Jon Favreau and them help. No, I don't need Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni to help me out with that. Peter Jackson is more than enough to help me and VJ out. Obviously, the equipment for the cameras, the machine for the machine for the mask. Obviously, we'll rent a good 5 of those. The best machine out there, the best machine in the world we can rent, or rent for to create those nice 3D print masks, like the animal picture I showed you for Aerotat and the wolves and the bats and all them. You know, I'm saying the CGI technology equipment and the costumes, clothing, and weapons. Obviously, I'll have Weather Workshop custom make all the weapons for all the actors fighting in the movie. Obviously, okay, I want you custom making Tactia's sword, Tacitonia's sword, Cassia's sword. You know what I'm saying? Papyri's sword, Eli's sword, I want you custom making the bow and arrows for Maramis, Sirius, and Job. You know what I'm saying? I want you custom making Aratat's sword for Fool's sword, Morale's sword, Bow's sword, Ephesus sword, Morale's sword. You see what I'm saying? And you can also custom make weapons for some of the custom. I don't try to make a good, like, I don't know, 2,000 weapons, 2,000 axes, swords, and spikes for the extra wolves and the bats, obviously. And then the rest, the rest what? The rest I can have what? Me, VJ, and Peter Jackson can make the calls, and just buy a bunch of weapons for the extras, obviously. So I'll have What a Workshop custom make all the weapons for the actors fighting in the movie, both animal and human, obviously, and obviously, and I'll have them make a couple thousand weapons for the extras. And if they can't pull off making all the weapons for all the extras, just rent the rest or buy the rest for the weapons. That's something top notch. It'll help me with that, obviously, and it'll help me with the food. Okay, Peter, I want to feed my crew. Okay, Ivan, what are you thinking of feeding them? I don't know. I'm thinking of feeding them hamburger sliders, poutine, pizza, you know what I'm saying, ribs, wings, teriyaki rice, nice fried rice, teriyaki meats, pork, beef, chicken, nice chicken balls, a huge salad bar, you know what I'm saying, a nice breakfast, a nice dessert. Holy shit, Ivan, you're spoiling the crew, man. Yeah. And me, Peter Jackson, we call the best farms in Switzerland. I'm going to call the farm in Switzerland. That way it's easier to ship the food. So, okay, Peter, let's look at the top farms in Switzerland. We call the farms in Switzerland. We buy all the food, man. You're gonna ask, okay, Ivan, how much crewmen do you have? We have 1,500 people, where they're gonna eat 3 times a day, and most people are gonna eat on average 2.5 plates, and they give you an estimated quote on how much food you have to buy. We call the best company that makes coffee, the best soft drink companies that make soft drinks like Mountain Dew, Coke, Orange Crush. We call the best vending machine companies for the drinks. I'm saying, yeah, and we also make the calls for the kitchen equipment. Okay, Peter, we're gonna need to rent top high-end kitchen equipment for the chefs to cook the food. You know what I'm saying? And Peter Jackson's like, holy shit, Ivan, your copy beats all Hollywood. In fucking Lord of the Rings, they cook food in the fucking trailer. And for your company, you're making food in a nice, like, with a luxury kitchen equipment like MasterChef. Yeah. A nice kitchen. Yeah, my company blows hot out of the water, man. And that's all Peter Jackson will help me with. He'll help me with those main calls. Help me co-write the script for 2.5 hours every morning, slack work. We do the concept arts in the afternoon with John Howe, Alan Lee, Guillermo del Toro, my wife, and the 2 script developers. They hang the pictures on the board, and we tell them what pictures we like for Aratat, for the characters, and the world building. And the customs for the Norths and Souths, and he takes his Iraqi notes. He consults with 17, and I'll have him help me sign the contracts with the actors and the crewmen filming the first year, like What a Workshop, the people who are seeing the actors. Have Peter Jackson help you sign those contracts if you want. Shut my camera here.